So I want to talk to you guys right now just about fucking ego, because when I was a freshman, like, I don't know why I had it in my head, but I just had it in my head that I wanted to bench 225, and I was embarrassed if I didn't get that by the end of the football season. What ended up happening was the most I ever like lifted as a freshman was 215, and I was scared not to get 225, so every time I would max, I wouldn't try to do anything pretty much above 215. So around that time, whenever I'd have to max for bench, like just for football or in front of, you know, other people, I would always load it heavier than 225. I would load it to like 230. So maybe if there's an off chance that I did hit it, then shit, stronger than I thought. But the reason I loaded it to 230 was so that I could fail it and then tell myself mentally and just everyone else in the room that, yeah, I failed 230, but I could have easily gotten 225, but I'm too tired to attempt 225 now. It was like the stupidest ego shit I've ever done, and that held me back for a few years in my lifting career because I worked off that 225 number. I got it in my head, I ingrained it, and that really halted me from making any real progress because every time that I had to do working sets off of my max, I always said my max was 225 because I had that huge fucking ego about it, and I could never just drop the ego and say, look, I can't actually bench 225. Maybe my max is only 195, or maybe it's only 205 now because I haven't been working as hard. If I would have dropped the ego and said my actual max in the working sets and worked off the proper weight, I wouldn't have been at such a long plateau for my bench press. And I'm finally just getting over it this year, but for the past 3 years, freshman year till the end of junior year, I've been at a plateau for my bench press, sitting at around 225 to 230. All I had to do was drop the ego, say my real weight, and I could have actually worked harder and gotten past that fake plateau, because it wasn't really a plateau. I was just saying that I could lift more than I can actually lift. So that really messed with everything. So don't have an ego, know what you can lift, and don't be ashamed of it, because in a few months you'll get over it. Literally, you'll lift more than you said you could. Guys, we're on the squat day 3. This is the second squat I've done this week actually, but I didn't record the first one. Form's feeling a lot better, haven't had any lower back pain. You guys are about to see a drastic difference in this week's squat form compared to last week's squat. I've been engaging my glutes more, been stretching out my hips, so the movement's feeling a lot better, a lot more fluid, and a lot more in sync. Didn't have any lower back pain last time, so hoping to do the same thing. However, today we're on a different rack. This one is slanted, it's outside. I don't know how this one's gonna feel, but let's get a warm-up set in, and hopefully we can still lift heavy. Bro, I'm so dumb. This is a 25. This is a fucking 35. final rep of that back squat was kind of iffy. Kind of used our all lower back, but pretty good back squat, better than normal. No lower back pain, even at the end of my workout. Got Katie right here working out with me, but we're gonna finish up the leg workout, do some core and cast at the very end like usual. But this week was a success.